Divine Prospect gonna tell us here more right now.
Negative. But if you want the information
about a shit is the original, you saying?
That's how I pronounce it. That's the Madres Lecciones vocalization system.
What's the difference between the Israelites and the Moorish-Americans?
The Moorish-American and Israelites?
What's the difference?
One wears a fez and one doesn't.
Damn, that's a good difference.
Me and him was having a conversation.
I wasn't expecting that.
Like,
golly.
He had nothing to say back to
Hold on, wait. All right. So besides that, besides the dress, besides the manner of dressing, what do Israelites and Moorish-Americans have difference in?
Ideology.
Name it. Name three differences.
Name 3 differences in the ideology?
Yeah.
All right.
And don't talk about we say Yah and y'all say Allah, because Nasi already killed that.
Why would I say that?
Okay, cool. Well, you said the fez. I saw some people with kufis.
Nah, you said I don't wear neither one. Kufi, that has to do with the Mishnah and the Mishnik. That's not in the actual Torah itself. That's something through tradition. That's why I don't wear it. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, the fez isn't in the Quran, so it's in the tradition.
That's what I'm saying. But not even that. No. The Quran is a science that was built by the Moors. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. So was the Bible.
If your flag is 50,000 years old, over, is Islam 50,000 years old? So produce a primary source.
Nope. Islam is actually no birth record. It has no beginning and ending.
Prove it.
I can prove it right now. Islam means peace. In the absence of confusion, there's always been
Islam's a Islam is a transliteration.
Polite don't want none of this, number one.
Arabic word, right?
We have to consider building.
Islam is a translation. No, I'm not speaking English. I'm speaking that language.
So when you say Islam,
what's the birth?
When I'm saying Islam,
when you say Islam, what does that denote?
The institution.
that's element M, which is peace.
Okay, which is peace, right? Now, my question is this: you're saying that it had no beginning nor end. When
somebody hold this camera, because I hope he busts me up right here. I hold Divine, but I need to be humble.
You're an intelligent brother, so we gotta give you that word.
Yeah, you gonna have to.
You asking people questions.
Divine Prospect versus Lord Murk. Moors versus the Hebrew persuasion.
So my question is this, right? So you say Islam has no beginning no end. No. So my question is this: how do we know it has no beginning?
You too tall for Divine. Like I'm cutting off some hair.
Right. How do we know Islam has a beginning? The absence of confusion doesn't have a beginning because Allah doesn't have a beginning. And the thoughts of Allah are infinite. They cannot be circumscribed.
You say Allah, do something properly speaking.
Right on. That's right.
Allah is the creator, right? Allah is the creator.
I'm saying, is that what you're talking about? Because some people may not say Allah is the creator.
Listen, do we recognize Allah as the creator?
You said Allah now.
Yeah,
I'm very
objective. No, you and I. Do we recognize Allah as the creator? Yes or no?
Allah.
That Allah is the creator. Power.
Allah.
You want to say Allah? Allah is about a cognitive that develops later.
Wait. So you trying to make the distinction in language and not the actual concept?
No, okay.
Okay, so there is no God but Allah, right? Say it.
I'm not saying
Say it. Say there's no God but Allah.
I'm not saying
Yes, Allah. Come on.
Cain.
Oh, now we gotta walk out.
No, we gotta walk out right here. What you mean?
Now we gotta go.
Are they
not leaving? Alright, cool. Yeah. So now that there's no God but Allah, right? So now, but Allah don't got a beginning or an ending.
He said Moors is 50,000 years old.
No, I didn't. I said that the Moorish nation's flag is over 50,000 years old.
Now, if you have a nation flag, where's the nation?
The nation is the people, and the people are timeless. There is no beginning or end to the Asiatic people.
And that's the case, and that means there's no such thing as a nation if it includes all people.
That's not true, because the definition of nation is an aggregation of men sharing the same customs, culture, tradition, religion, language, and historic continuity, when also in an organized body politic or jural society.
I like when people like this talk to me, because I just get them with simple stuff, right?
Come on.
Get on.
I hope the God busts me up right now. This is what I need.
Alright, so you said that the nation is what again? Right. By definition?
Nah, son.
Now, wait, are you defining that from what? What dictionary are you getting that from?
Let's do Black's Law Dictionary first.
When was Black Law Dictionary conceived?
4th edition, 1968.
So, 1968, what was the word that denotes nation to the indigenous people before Black Dictionary defined it?
I think I saw it upstairs during the thing. One of the languages, well, it depends on what language you speak.
But we're talking about the 50,000 years Moorish nation. had a flag.
So you want me to say it in like Aramaic or
no,
ancient Arabic?
Aramaic and ancient Arabic exists 50,000 years ago.
You know what? To be honest with you, because the language that is referred to now is Arabic, a lot of people they listen to Farsi and call that Arabic, but the true Arabic that is in the Quran is actually mathematics. And this can be shown and proven because everywhere on the planet, 1 through 9 and 0 are what they know as Arabic characters. So there is no beginning and ending to that language because there is no beginning and ending to mathematics. And Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam. And this point could be proven at no limit of time.
Great. Now, here's my question. Back to the flag. A flag denotes what? What does a flag represent?
It's a representative of a nation's body politic.
Now wait, a nation's body politic. What was the nation body politic?
The Moroccan Empire.
Do you have primary evidence of that?
The Moroccan Empire?
Yes.
Certainly.
Where's it at?
All right,
Where
well,
we
can look at the
Look at that.
we can start at 1787, right?
But
You want to go back farther? You want to go back farther?
50,000
Why don't we go into the pyramids that are in South and Central America, where we see inscriptions of our people's names and the customs and cultures, as well as the records that were left of some of their traditions, such as the various sports that we played.
50,000 years old.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just like when you see soccer and where soccer derives from, that was our ancestors in South America messing around with 50-pound boulders and gold, because we was nice like that, because the original man always been God.
You're right. Now, how did it?
And I don't mean God in the Eurocentric aspect, but as in deity.
At what year?
Because my man right here told me that last night.
At what year did the indigenous man or original man come from the landmass that we know as being Africa, Asia, over to South America? Because you're saying that.
In what year?
That's what I'm saying. What year?
You know what,
and
brother?
What calendrical system are you utilizing
I'm going
to determine that?
All right, brother. I tell you what. As far as over 50,000 years, that was the body politic that we all share. But
when you say we all,
that's what Asiatic people. Because we all subscribed to one body politic. We were all united at one time. And so prior to that, we had already been in all parts of the planet. We have to remember that this planet,
even Antarctica,
even Antarctica, brother. We have
got the evidence of that.
I'll give it to you right now. I give it
all right,
to you.
whip it out.
You want it?
Go ahead.
Give it to us.
In the plane of things made manifest, Earth at this point in time is over 78 trillion years old.
Okay. That's disputed though. It's 4 billion in parts of the scientific.
Well, guess what? A lot of people that read that Bible, you guys say the Earth is 6,000 years old. That's also disputed.
But that has nothing to do with the Bible. Bible doesn't give you no dates.
Brother, all I'm saying is that some people who use that Bible say that the Earth is 6,000 years old.
Okay, but those people are not here. I'm here.
Okay,
so
that's beautiful. Okay, so are you disputing that it is over 78,000 years old?
I figured it out.
So you're not disputing that? All right, brother. So if you're not disputing that, so now I'm gonna continue doing what I'm saying. Now.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, cool. So the Earth is over 78 trillion years old. The Moon was, as I was taught, by a very reliable source known as Almighty God Allah in the person, right?
Oh man.
That the Moon
was it peer reviewed?
Yes, it was reviewed by his peers. Yeah.
This guy.
He said reviewed by his peers.
So go ahead.
That the Moon was deported from the planet approximately 66 trillion years ago, and since that time, the Earth has had a circumference of approximately 24,896
How old is the
miles.
universe?
The universe has no beginning or ending. It is older than the sun, moon, and stars.
So how do you explain the red shift?
You have to tell me what the red shift is, brother.
Okay, the red shift is when you look at light that's perceivable. For example, if you have an ambulance and the ambulance is coming from that direction, coming here, as the ambulance is coming closer to us, you see the siren light get much more concentrated and the sound gets much more concentrated. But as it leaves away, we understand that as we're hearing that sign move away, that it's going farther that way because of the distance. Okay. Now the red shift has to do with the spectrum of light that helps us determine how far away items are from each other in the universe. The reason why I asked that because you said the moon is 66 trillion years old, but I want you approximately. That means that the moon had a beginning.
The moon had a beginning.
And that was part of the universe.
No, sir. Yes, sir. Of course it is part of the universe. Is it a part of the beginning of the universe? No, because the universe has no beginning and end. Does the earth have a beginning? Yes, sir. Which is why the moon has a beginning. Because as it states in chapter 1 of the Holy Quran of the Moorish-American Temple of America, all things that begin have an ending. And the things that have a beginning or an ending, guess what? They are subject to time. Allah isn't subject to time.
So here's my question. If you said the universe is eternal, at what state is that eternal essence? Because obviously the moon came from it, other planets came from it, etc. So
that's known as the fall of man. See, we got to deal with the vibration. Now, first I'm going to go with the sirens and the lights because I really like that. See, now with an ambulance, right? With the way it's designed, sound travels at a certain rate, and so that the way that it travels is manipulated by the siren, and the way that the lights are perceived by human eyesight is manipulated by its conductors and the way it's sent out or projected.
And the medium is going.
Now, light and sound both travel at 2 different rates, and so because the eyes and the ears, the eyes, although are sentinels, very seldom can determine right from wrong. Don't know the difference between light traveling at 186,000 miles per second from here to there, although we in our mind can know it, we cannot perceive it because we're dealing, and now we'll go back to vibration, which is going to answer the other question, because our eyes and our physical body is dealing with a lower vibration than that of sound and light. So now when we're talking about the universe itself, the one verse, when the fall of man began, things came from...
What time period was this?
The fall of man? Well,
yeah, I'm just trying to follow
man doesn't have a beginning and end, so this right here doesn't have to do with time. But because we're going on the earth, we can draw the conclusion that the plane of things may manifest subject to time began 78 trillion years ago or so. So now when we go from 78...
So what brought these things about? Was it Allah?
Well, Allah is everything. So now...
So you believe in pan-Islam. That means Allah is in everything. So he's not an essence that interfaces with man. He's the essence that
true indeed. Allah is not a spook mystery God. No, sir. Allah is everything.
Allah is not a spook mystery God.
No, sir.
Do you read from the Quran itself? Or
yes, sir.
Circle 7 Quran?
No, I read from the Quran itself, the Holy Quran of the Moorish-American Temple of America.
Now, in the Quran, it tells you in Surah chapter 2.
Hold on, wait, take your time.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you ain't know you was dealing with the... You ain't know
don't break that bottle.
My bottle need to be broke.
You got it. Bulletproof
E about to fly away.
Let me get my Quran out too. We're going to talk about where Allah is talking about creating everything.
Alright, so what you said, chapter 2?
Was he created?
Surah 2, right?
Yeah, was he created?
What are y'all?
Was he created?
Allah?
No. Who they call the devil?
Yeah, I created him.
You created him.
Yeah.
So he's not in the Quran.
Yeah, he's in the Quran.
So
what will you make mischief?
Who the jinns?
The jinn. Ooh, see the jinn of pre-Adamites.
You keep okay. Now you say pre-Adamites, but it can't be pre-Adamites if they include man and man is eternal.
No, brother.
You said man is eternal.
Yeah, man is eternal. Listen to what I said.
I heard you.
You said who are the jinn?
Yes.
I said they are pre-Adamites.
Okay, they came before Adam, so the spirits was here before man was created.
Whoa. I said Adam, not man. This is what I'm saying.
So what's the difference?
This is what I'm saying. The difference between Adam and man is that man and Allah and man are one and the same. When we talk about Adam, we talk about a prophet of Allah. When we talk about Adam, we talk about a particular group of people who are the mothers and who are Adam and Eve. They are the mothers and fathers of the human family, Asiatics and Muslims.
And they have a beginning.
Adam, when you say Adam itself, those people have a beginning. Man itself doesn't have a beginning.
And what is man? Define man.
What is man? Man is the mind.
So the mind is eternal.
Mind is eternal.
So how did the mind get into man?
How did mind get into man?
That's like asking. I'm sorry. How did the mind get into Adam and Eve?
But yo, I want to go what's up with you.
Because one is internal,
so I
one
can
is
put
not.
this away, right? Alright, I can put this away now. You don't want to go there.
No, we could go there.
Now we'll go there later because you want to concentrate on something else. You read the Quran. I know you read the Quran. Alright,
so go ahead.
So what was your question again? Go ahead, because it's my fault. I got caught up.
The mind is eternal and the mind equals man, according to what you're saying.
Okay.
You said Adam and Eve were the mothers and fathers of all, and they had a beginning.
No, I said Adam and Eve were the mothers and fathers of the human family, Asiatics
and they had
and
a beginning, you said.
Adam and Eve, yeah, they had a beginning.
But you said the mind is eternal. So how did the mind get into Adam and Eve?
How did the mind get into... What I think you're trying to ask
me... No, I'm asking a very obvious question.
I think what you're trying to ask me, not how did the mind get into Adam and Eve. What you're trying to ask is, how was Adam and Eve conceived from mind?
Conceived from the mind. So the mind gave birth to Adam and Eve.
No, let's go back into the creation of fallen man and dealing with vibrations. See, when man fell, and he came from the spirit plane to the plane of soul, to the plane of things made manifest, he started vibrating a lot of soul where it had a sluggish will. That sluggish will that was manifest, the first physical man, that right there was Adam. But you see the physical begins and ends. This is merely
But that's matter. Is the physical not matter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, second dynamics.
Matter cannot be created or destroyed though.
Well, it can't. It goes from one form to another.
Matter cannot be created or destroyed. That's a scientific, like nobody's gonna argue with that. I don't care what you
Does your skin matter?
Yeah.
So when you die and buried in the ground, what happens to your skin?
I don't die. The body begins to decompose after what they call death.
The matter that's the skin, where does it go after that?
It becomes reassimilated into the earth, from whence the body came.
Okay, so alright.
Just like the earth is going to be reassimilated into the sun from which it came.
Lost, right? So
no, I'm not lost. I'm right here.
No. So you're saying that? I'm just trying.
The earth comes from the sun.
Yeah, actual facts.
Yeah, but
actual facts. You want to get on the video? No,
I got you.
I got enough adobo. Holla at me.
Yeah,
I got enough adobo.
I'm good.
Nah, it's MSG free, baby.
I got a question to the scholars.
All right, go ahead.
Now, well, first of all, in regards to Adam and Eve, because you guys are talking about Adam and Eve, I'm R.
That's R.
I'm R.
That's R.
I'm from Ready4R.
After Q, before S.
Yes. So, in regards to Adam and Eve, if I'm not mistaken, the Bible says created in our image. Who is our?
It depends on who you ask.
The seven Elohim.
I'm asking both of you guys.
The seven Elohim, which Allah breathed forth.
Now he's talking about Allah, but Allah is not there in the context of Genesis chapter 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you say Allah, are we referring to Al or Elohim?
No. When I say Allah and the seven, when I say the seven spirits that were breathed forth from Allah, that's Elohim.
Is that in the
Elohim?
scriptures?
I don't know.
In the Quran, it's not in the Quran.
Where's the Quran?
Show me where the Quran is.
I can't show you where the Quran is.
Yeah, exactly. So,
why don't you show
I'm telling you it's not there.
Nah, I bet you it is.
I did a research on it.
Nah, I'm
if
sure
it is there, show me the context in which it's there. In regards to Adam and Eve, because that's the subject matter.
Yeah.
Man, I wish you would
Hold on.
take
So
me to
go
the
get it.
MSTA,
I'm
man.
wait for him. Go ahead.
Man, I call E-Man Bashir and he'll eat this up, man.
My boy,
While he's
E-Man
looking for
Bashir.
that, so in regards to
We
that,
ain't want to go into that other thing where you knew the surah ayat though.
yeah, we do, but we're gonna get into that.
Alright, we'll get into that. Remember he said that.
Yeah, you're right. So get that first. I'm gonna have him look while he's looking. Going back to your question, to answer it objectively and unbiasedly, it would depend on who you ask. There are different denominations that interpret things differently based on language, culture, predispositions, etc. Now, if you ask me, who was the our? You said our?
Yeah.
Okay, in Hebrew, you have what's called the Majestic plural. How did the Majestic plural get into the Hebrew text? Well, at one point in time, before their exile, they had what's called henotheism. Henos comes from heis, which means one. Theism means the worship of gods. So that means that you single one god out of a pantheon to be supreme above the other gods, but you don't neglect the other gods. Why is that important? Because as the text got redacted from its original source, there were certain elements in there that just looked really funny, so they had to find a way to clean it up. In Hebrew, the verb has to match the noun in number and in gender. So if I have Elohim, bara is singular, but Elohim is plural. That is not grammatically correct in Hebrew. So how do you fix that without teaching henotheism? Because monotheism developed while they was in exile, and it became a political tool to keep the people together while they was in captivity. So what they did was they said, okay, now that we're teaching a new doctrine that evolved while we were in captivity, how do we clean this up? So what they say is that that's the immeasurable number of God. The reason why it's plural is because it signifies the essence of God. Anytime you see plural with that singular verb, it means the essence of God, the immeasurability of God. So when you say who was the our, we're not talking about in the sense we think in the Western thought as a group of people, even though it could probably be conceived as that way if you're looking at it from the pre-exilic thought where they believe in henotheism, where there was a pantheon of gods. But when you say our image, and we're looking at it from a majestic plural perspective, we're talking about the immeasurability of God speaking like the queen speaks of herself when she says we have done this and we have done that. See, we lost that in the English language, but in the Semitic thought it's there. Even in the Quran, it's the same thing. Allah says we all the time. Does he not?
Right.
Okay. So the reason why I'm saying that is because when you're looking at the text, it depends on how you decipher it, but the way I see it is that this immeasurable God, this essence, this power, when it's speaking, this is man deciphering what was told to him in a vision from the Most High. This is man deciphering something that's unfathomable to the mind. You feel what I'm saying? So when he breathed man into his image, he's talking about Adam and Eve, the image and likeness, we have to get the Hebrew words for image and likeness. Colloquially speaking, image and likeness is if you look in the mirror, that's your image. Right? You're looking at your image. Your likeness means something that's similar. So images, are you saying that God was actually a man? Because man was made in his image? Or did he have certain attributes of man?
Go ahead.
Because when you talk about that,
certain attributes of God.
But see, now the reason why he's saying that is because based on Moorish thought, or I'm not gonna do it that way.
Yeah, just based on my thought, because this man Moorish thoughts out there.
The reason why I'm saying is because in the Moorish thought, the black man is God. He's the original man.
Oh,
is he not?
In the
God?
Moorish thought, the black man is okay. So
the black man is not God.
We don't call you black, but colloquially speaking.
You say black because black is a
black.
legal term. And
Nah, we're not talking about legal term. We're talking about if you look in the Webster's dictionary.
Black is not a legal term.
I'm not talking about. And we're not even talking about according to science. Anything that you're talking about black. When you look at linguistically, black mean pale, don't it? When you look at it linguistically,
define that.
Linguistically,
you said black means
according
pale.
to language, yeah. According to language, I got a 1829 Webster's on me right now. Holla.
Pull it out now. Pause.
Pull me out, Shahada.
Early.
Pause on that.
Kind.
Let me go back to.
But I did find that. I did find that on Surah 7.
You still didn't find the scripture.
Yeah, I did Surah 7.
Right?
No, I got Surah 7. Surah 7. Ayah 11.
The 7 spirits.
Tara Allah to show you.
Yeah, Allah.
Oh, not the 7 spirits. No, not the 7 spirits.
Are you Allah?
Are you Allah?
Yes, he is.
Allah, I have a conversation.
See, that's what I'm saying. So he's Allah.
But then I can say we Allah and the persons.
So what am I? Am I
Allah?
Allah?
Image and likeness according to the subject matter that we're speaking about?
No, not in the image and likeness. I mean in nature and spirit.
In essence.
In essence, thank you. In essence, true.
Okay. So is Allah outside of man? No. Is that what you're going to say?
No, sir.
So man is Allah.
Allah and man.
The embodiment of Allah.
Allah and man are one.
Did Allah create this current universe that we live in today?
Yes, I did.
You did. See, now you see this?
But you have a birthday.
Now, that's what I'm about to say. But when he say he
my body has a day of birth.
That's what I'm saying. He's not referring to.
Man has no beginning and ending.
He's referring to almost like the Brahma force in Hinduism, where everything is all invasive. Everything's the same energy. So when you die, you absorb back into this energy.
Right.
Right? Because the purpose of you living this life is to go back into this energy. And this is why when he says that he is Allah, he's not talking about his physical being, but the spirit that's inside of him is Allah.
For man is not the body nor the soul. He is the spirit in that one with Allah.
Because now when we start getting the new black nationalist movements in America, we start to get this paradigm that man is God that's being taught by Clarence the 13X, who says that man is God and the woman is earth. We start to see a shift in regards to the paradigm from black Islam to what we got now today, that the black man is God. Now, let me ask you a question. Did Minister Noble Drew Ali, did he state that man is Allah?
He said that Allah and man are one.
In what sense?
He said it. That was like the first. That was like the first thing he put in the Holy Quran. When you open it, it says, "Know thyself and Allah."
Know thyself and Allah. Allah and is a conjunction.
Yes, sir.
Two different things.
Go ahead.
Know thyself and Allah.
So who's the thyself?
You see, here's the thing. Man has two selves. You got a higher self and a lower self.
Okay.
The higher self is at one with Allah, and we
the
also
lower
have a
self
lower
is
self, which is the higher self reversed, and is distorted by the murky ethers of the flesh.
And what is it? What's it called? The lower self.
Oh, we sometimes call it devil.
Okay, so devil and God is in you.
Yes, sir.
So it's Allah the devil.
Devil and God is in me, right?
So Allah is the devil and the God.
Well, brother, Allah is everything.
What the hell?
So when we say the white man,
so either way we're gods. If you're being devilish, we're still Allah.
What I'm saying is, don't circumscribe Allah to just God and devil.
Well, that's yin and yang.
Everything in between. We talk about everything from jinn. We talk about everything from angel. Like, what is an angel? A thought of Allah manifested in human flesh. What is a prophet? A prophet is a thought of Allah manifested in flesh.
Okay,
look. They don't even say what form.
But where is these definitions coming from? It's not by the Quran or none of the hadiths.
Okay, well, guess what?
Well, he's Allah.
Is in the dictionary, right? It is a book of legislation. It is a law book.
Okay, well, it's a law book if you're looking at how it's applied in those Arabic nations.
Now, I'm not talking about Sharia law. This is a law book. No, this is
okay.
It's a law book.
Would you say the Bible's a law book too?
Of course, it's a law book. It's been codified by the American government and is known as the Penal Code right now.
Yeah, but they were deists though, so it was a totally different concept why they was using it because of the contract law that was.
That's what they made, but when we wrote it, because the original man created it.
Did you write it 50,000 years ago?
The Bible?
Yeah.
You know what? The Bible, the Holy Quran, the Bible is made every 25,000 years.
Where are you getting this from?
Oh, yeah, that's
no. I'm saying.
That's Lost Found Muslim lesson number 2. Question number 1. Let me know when you're ready. You ready? We can do this walking.
Oh, when did man begin to write?
Oh no. Did you ask me write or make?
Right.
When did man begin to write? I don't know, brother. Because when you say write, when you say write. Like, you know, you could mean like calligraphy.
Yeah.
Or you could even be,
it could be a pictograph. It could be.
Brother. But brother, if I'm speaking to you telepathically with symbols, then I'm not right, even though it's not physically. That's what I'm saying. So if you
write to me telepathically using symbols, you have to have something physical involved. Telepathically means you're doing it from mind to mind.
But that's metaphysics.
Telepath. Yeah,
the minimum amount of physical
hand is required for you to jot things down.
No, I could write in my hand.
But how
I used to write.
How you gonna get it to me or to the following generation after you die?
Now this is what I was saying. See, now for a while since we had the fall of man, we were using oral tradition. But prior to that, because we were all linked in a higher plane,
where we going.
it would be the equivalent of computers being attached to one server. Although they have their individuality, they're all linked and connected and can share information at will.
Okay, and that's because man is Allah.
Right, so we
That's
all
what you're
tap
saying.
into the source. But here's the thing about, you know, man being Allah, you see? Man has all the possible. You alright, God? Peace and love.
Yeah.
So,
He's stupid.
so when we look at
Want to go into the light somewhere?
yeah. So when we talk about man, man is a bud that can unfold
Man is
and
a bud
grow.
that can unfold and
because
grow.
man has all the
But
possibilities.
you said
of
man is a mind. Man is mind. That's what you said.
right. Man is mine, true indeed.
So he said he's a bud that can grow.
A bud that can grow, right? Because I can always see right now. I can learn from you, and you can learn from myself. But that doesn't make any of us inferior to each other.
Stop over there.
We are all one.
Oh yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. So we are all one.
Right.
So
I definitely had another question too.
yeah, ask that right out there.
Now we got Ready4R on Lord Murk-El TV. And
Actually, it's Lord Murk-El. Now I'm saying chapter 4, Ministry of Death TV. Also Angel in Training, early Angel in Training #1.
Yeah,
It's popping Harlem,
always-
stand
Now
up.
the Sutek right here chilling
Melanin
with us out in the
Tekh,
streets.
most definitely.
Alright, so what's your question?
We out here in front of National Black Theater.
Yeah, we just finished the Hebrew Israelite Alliance song.
Right.
Stuff.
Now, we just covered the our image. Now, does it mean like let's say I'm talking about Ready4R and me and you in a conversation. I'd be like, us at Ready4R, but it's really just me. R. Would you say that's what it meant? Because
Almost. It's like having a corporation.
yeah.
And a corporation, as you know, incorporates people, a group of people. But when you speak of it as the one corporation.
That's
It's
right.
sort of like that. You
That's
understand
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Or the United States, it would be the same thing. The United States is a place or a body politic nation or a nation state, depending on how you want to look at it and how you colloquially define what the U.S. is. But the point I'm trying to make is that you see it as one entity. No matter who's from it, you see it as one entity. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I
So
get it.
that's what we're saying. It's immeasurable in regards to being numerous, in regards to power and authority. And again, that's a transition from henotheism into monotheism. That's very important. Henotheism.
I never heard that word
comes
before.
from heis, which means one in Greek, and theism is the worship of a god, or theos, which means God. So henotheism is when you have a pantheon of gods and you single one out for supreme worship over the other gods.
If I may build on that right quick.
Yeah, go ahead. I was going to ask you.
So that's like, for example, when Master Farah Muhammad was teaching of the 24 scientists. You know what I'm saying? You had 23 scientists, but there was one that was supreme. Also, when you speak of Allah, you know, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught every time you're looking at a black man, you're looking at God. But he also taught that there was every generation one supreme God over all of them, and then that one was Allah. But, you know, Lost Found Muslim lesson #2, question #1 asks, who made the Holy Quran or Bible? How long ago? And will you tell us why does the Islam renew her history every 25,000 years? And it begins that the Holy Quran or Bible is made by the original people, who is Allah, the supreme being, or black man of Asia. That is to say that Allah, which is the supreme being, is synonymous or can be is interchangeable with black man. We in the Moorish Science Temple of America are also Moorish-Americans, Moorish Paradigm, etc. We don't subscribe to the word black. We know that black is Negro, and that the Negro, we don't refer to the Allah as a Negro. That would be derogatory, no matter what language you say it in. Negro, nigger, black, negro, necro, etc. But
we answered
the
the
Asiatic
question, right?
person,
Yeah. I got it.
Allah
go ahead.
No, go ahead, R, and then I'm going to ask him after that.